Hey there, welcome to my Wednesday walk. My name is Jody Comator. I'm the founder of Next Generation Yoga for Kids. And I wanted to share with you about my experience at the Wisdom 2.0 conference this past weekend in San Francisco, because I'm still buzzing from it and it was super inspiring. And I wanted to share with you two takeaways that I am still, like I said, buzzing from. So if you're not familiar with Wisdom 2.0, it's a massive conference. It was the fifth year that they put it on. And it's basically a mindfulness conference, but also a worldly conference, and had a big influence of technology, right? So how do we bring mindfulness and presence and compassion into this world of technology that we live in today? So there was amazing speakers there like Jon Kabat-Zinn and Eckhart Tolle and Arianna Huffington and the founders of Zappos and Change.org and Indiegogo. I mean, really impressive and very inspiring speakers. And the first takeaway that I'm still experiencing now is really this concept of hope, right? That, you know, while our world is really turning more towards a digital and device heavy experience, that there's really still so much greatness that comes from being immersed with technology and social media and social networking. And so, you know, these companies, these organizations like Google and Instagram, you know, they are bigwigs in technology, but they're bringing in mindfulness and yoga and conscious communication and gratitude practices into their workspace and into their meetings. Google people shared with us that, you know, at the beginning of every meeting for 2 minutes they sit in meditation, or they do a breathing exercise or a guided visualization. And I was really inspired by this, and I feel like, you know, while it may be scary that, you know, a lot of people are just walking down, you know, with their devices, you know, there's really this amazingness that's coming out of the technology world. So I'm filled with hope and possibility, because I know if there's organizations like Google and Instagram who are, you know, creating these big differences in their workplace, that certainly there are other organizations like mine that I certainly want to bring in, you know, starting my meetings with 2 minutes of silence or 2 minutes of gratitude exercise. So the second takeaway is really to check in on myself and how am I, you know, bringing presence and mindfulness into my life or not, right? So when am I walking down the street with, you know, my head down and looking at an email, or when am I at a red light and sending a text, or, you know, am I lying in bed before I go to bed on Facebook? So, you know, just looking at the patterns and habits that I've had and doing my best to recognize them, but also to change them. So, you know, I no longer am keeping my phone by my bedside since this weekend, and it's actually, you know, somewhere else, so I can't reach for it, you know, either in the middle of the night or first thing in the morning. So it's not, you know, there. It's also now on airplane mode, which feels better, and I've been sleeping better actually. And also, you know, not having my phone at my side when I'm eating a meal, but really enjoying my food. So really, you know, paying attention to how I'm being mindful and I'm using presence in my everyday life has been a big takeaway from the Wisdom Conference. So I hope that this brings awareness and for you to check in with how you're being mindful and bringing presence and compassion and gratitude into your daily life. And would love to hear from you. What are some ways that you bring mindfulness into your life? So please leave a comment so that we can all learn from you. And if this video feels inspiring for you, please feel free to share it. And always know that there is light inside of me, there's light inside of you, and together we are one. Namaste.